wanted to talk a little bit about something that I get into conversation with quite frequently with my one-on-one coaching clients, because I work with a lot of type A personalities, and I hear it all the time. You know, that people say, well, you know, I'm a perfectionist, so it's like, you know, so this bugs me, or, you know, they talk in the context of like creating, like experiencing some anxiety because they're a perfectionist. And since stuff's not going perfectly, that's a problem. So they use this this moniker of like being a perfectionist. I want things to be perfect. I'm so committed. I need everything to be perfect because it's just like how I am. I want to hear your reaction to that, Jason Goldberg. And there's a really huge inherent irony to me embedded within all of that, which is if I'm a perfectionist, like that means I'm a practitioner of perfection, right? Like a violinist is a practitioner of the violin. They play violin. So if I'm a perfectionist, I play perfection. Well, then if that's true, I'm thinking that perfection includes no angst. Like, perfection doesn't include dissonance. Because if it was perfect, I wouldn't be bitter or pissed or anxious or worried, right, about things. I wouldn't like have judgment about things not going the way I wanted them to. If I'm truly a perfectionist, I love whatever happens. I acknowledge everything. I'm a practitioner of acknowledging that everything by virtue of it occurring is perfect, can be worked with. So if I'm really a perfectionist, I don't have a problem with what is. Hence the book. Can you see Byron Katie's? This is my showcase book for this particular blog, Loving What Is. Get it, read it, love it, ingest it. You know, one of my favorite mantras is, when you love what is what you want. I love that so much. When you love what is what you want. Don't confuse that with becoming complacent or being some kind of pushover, just going, oh, I'm fine with everything, because it's actually the opposite of that. So this is an amazing phrase. My ability to change what is enhanced by my willingness or ability to stop having a problem with it. So if I'm committed, like if it's important to me at all to, I don't know, make any kind of contribution to upgrading the human experience for myself and for the rest of the people in the world, or my loved ones or whoever, then my ability to address like problems, and of course I use the air quotes because I refer to as problems as projects really, or like math problems, or like Sudoku puzzles, you know, like it's a problem, like a fun thing that you get to go solve, as opposed to a horrible thing that you have to suffer through. My ability to solve problems, to create solutions, is enhanced by my ability to not have a problem with the problem, right? My willingness or ability to stop complaining about it, to stop having a problem with the problem. Right? So perfectionism is the practice of acknowledging that even the apparent or seemingly imperfect nature of what is actually the perfection. And someday in a future blog, I've gotten into this stuff before, but not for a long time, of the science of it all. Like, for example, the ratio of particles and antiparticles that had to be precisely what it was in the milliseconds after the Big Bang for anything to occur, had to be exactly right in order for anything to occur for the next 15 billion years, flawlessly. Like, for example, the ratio of helium and hydrogen in stars for them to go kaboom, the most cataclysmic event in the cosmos, right? The most violent event in the cosmos, from which come the building blocks of life: carbon, oxygen. There's no mistakes. You know, the fact that the Earth is in the Goldilocks, what they call the Goldilocks zone, it had to be exactly where it was in order to be amenable for life. It's a very small space. You know, not too close, not too far from the sun. In order for, the distance and the mass of the moon even had to be exactly right in order to create an atmosphere that's amenable. There's a million jillion ratios and conditions that needed to be met perfectly In order for any of this to occur, for you to be sitting, listening to this, and watching this video is an incomprehensible improbability, as are you. So let's just acknowledge, let's practice messing around maybe. If you think of yourself as a perfectionist, consider the possibility that you're not, but you can be, if you stop having a problem with the imperfection of it all. Great miracles.